What you guys doing? Silly potatoes. What is up, guys? Welcome back. A little handy dandy trick for you. If you want all your boys in one place, feed them. Now they have plenty of food in here. Don't get me wrong. They have probably 2 acres of food that they have to eat off the ground. It's called grass. But every now and then, especially with Drummy having coccidia, I want to pull these boys down here and I want to look at all their little butts to make sure nobody in here has coccidia. I am not nearly as hands-on with the boys as I am with the girls because I'm in here every day. I'm over here every day, but they have everything they need. I have their water set up so I can pull them out, wipe them down, and refill their water. The boys are like, they're just dudes mingling out in nature, so they're pretty self-sufficient. They watch after each other, but I like to get them down here every now and then and just get eyes on them, make sure all the, especially this time of year with the babies, make sure they all look good. I'd like to, can we get right in on your beard so people can, no, not you. You don't even have a beard. Look at the highlights. I mean, look at the highlights. He just got highlights. I don't know how else to say it. I said it yesterday in the video, but look at it. He's just like, dude, stop. All right, guys. Anyway, what I wanted to do today for you guys was just kind of how we got started. And I got to tell you guys, I'm right out of the gate here. I'm looking down the barrel of potentially cutting back to maybe 3 days a week for video. I just feel like everything is falling apart around here and I have no time to fix anything. I love you guys and you guys support us so well, and that will kill me mentally. I'm not admitting defeat. I think by saying I'm not admitting defeat, I'm lying to myself. I wanted to keep this going as long as I could, and I did say during the winter that when summer got here, we'd have to reevaluate if we could do a video a day. I definitely wanted to pull you guys through the babies. I know how much you love the babies and seeing them in the morning, but it's something I'm considering, so just be aware. I will definitely give it a shout out. Hey. With loving kindness, I knock you across the floor, you goofball. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's nothing to do with you. It's me feeling a little defeated over here. I don't have the luxury of being able to pay someone to feed my animals, take care of the floors, clean the barns, you know. So maybe someday we'll be able to hire someone. You know, H has her full-time job and she does everything she possibly can around this farm, and I'm doing everything that I possibly can. And when you get to the point where you're all doing what you can and everything is falling apart anyway, or feeling like it's starting to fall apart, I have so much stuff that I need to fix. It's time to reevaluate. I'm not sure what that means yet, but I do know right now, today, I should have already had these stalls cleaned out a month and a half ago. So it's something that I'm looking at, guys. We love you guys. We love your support. But at the end of the day, it's just the two of us. No, all of our kids are grown and moved out. No, I don't have just someone down the road that I can just take care of my animals. And I can't afford to pay anybody at this point. So something's got to give. I'm thinking I'll shoot a couple days a week and then edit that. Hi. I know, girls, it's gonna be a hot one today. But let's talk about how we got here. It's called From Boats to Goats. Yup, from boats to goats. How did we end up here instead of owning a boat? Dave, you get the best comment. I have done this video before. I've at least talked about it in a video before, but we have so many new people, guys. I think we added like 200 or 300 last month subscribers, and that's a long time ago that I did that video, and it's just not everybody goes back, so not everybody knows. So we lived in town. We lived, like I just said a couple days ago, we lived in town. We lived on a postage stamp size property, and you could take 2 steps and touch the neighbor's house. Good morning, Queen Linus. And we just wanted to buy a boat. We just wanted to, we both had full-time jobs. And we wanted to buy a boat. And so we started checking around. We couldn't park it on our property. We had nowhere to park it. You're not allowed to build a pad in the yard. You're not allowed to park it on the street. And you're not even allowed to park it in your own driveway based on city ordinances. Now, that being said, y'all just figured out the other day that I'm not a super constitutionalist because my memory sucks. But I do know one thing. The 3 best words ever written on paper: we the people. Now, we the people means everybody. And sometimes that doesn't go in your favor, but that's how it works. And I know that not everyone's always going to agree with you and vote your way. So sometimes you take the loss, sometimes you take the win, sometimes you take what you think is a loss, but it turns out to be a good thing. So we the people, and you have to understand that we the people means everybody. And when that's what your peers are thinking, then you just can go ahead. Hi. Are you licking the wall again? Hey, Cookie. Hey, Cookie. I'm glad I didn't buy a boat. Because if I had purchased a boat, I would not have purchased a cookie. Or Gingy. I'm not sure about you yet. I'm pretty sure you're trying to steal my soul. If you look long enough, hard enough, are you gonna? So yeah, we just wanted to buy a boat, and it was a really nice boat. We had looked at a couple of boat shops, and we had talked to our boats dealers. We found what we wanted, and we were looking around, and we started checking ordinances. We like to stay within the law. That's why the laws are there. Keeps everybody on the same playing field. I wasn't wise enough in my young age to go to the city council meeting and say, why can't I park a boat in my driveway that I own, that I paid to have built? Why can't I build a pad in my yard to park my boat? I wasn't wise enough to do that. And it brings me back to a conversation I was having with someone who just wanted chickens. And I kind of had this same conversation with her. I wasn't wise enough or old enough at that time to do that. I've grown so much in the last 6 years, and I would have been in city council meetings demanding to use my property as I saw fit. But I just had a conversation with someone about, she wanted chickens, and they have a homeowners association that doesn't allow chickens. And it just sparked me like in my soul. And I was like, who is the homeowners association? You are the homeowners association. Without homeowners, there's no association. Walk the streets, knock on the doors, get people to sign whatever petition you want. Send that to the homeowners association. Tell them this is what you are doing, or you'll find someone else to run your homeowners association. Y'all own that. You pay them to follow the rules that you make. Meetings and talkings. Oh my goodness. Are you giving hugs? Can I have hugs? I love you, baby. Such a sweetheart. Are you gonna be a sweetie too? I know you are. So then we started taking our little look around and trying to figure out how we could store our boat. And we're close to Buckeye Lake. We're close enough to Hoover Dam. There is Dillon Lake in Zanesville. It's massive, man-made lake. There's just several really good lakes around here that you can run your boats on. And around those lakes are generally boat houses where people will store your boats for you. There are several companies around here because of the lakes that actually just started their own little storage business where they basically built storage barns and you just park your boat in there. Now, most of those aren't boat ready, and when you're dropping 50 grand on a boat, you kind of want that boat to be well taken care of. That wasn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem we had was most of those boat yards are on lockdown, and they basically would tell you when you could use your boat. The one that really threw me over the edge was, you know, I have my boat locked in your secure facility, okay? And what if I want to get my boat out on Tuesday? Oh, we don't do Tuesdays. You'd have to call and see if we could figure that out. Okay. Well, what about Saturday morning? You know, most people are off on the weekends. Saturday morning. Oh yeah, Saturday morning. We'll you just give us a call and we'll drag your boat out and we'll park it in the parking lot and you just come pick it up. Okay. Not for me. So, and then we wanted a specific kind of boat which had an inboard motor, just so it would ride low. There's a lot of the lakes around here have areas where I would like to fish and I don't want a giant motor hanging down from the bottom of it, and I don't want to have to buy additional motors to add to the boat to get into places I want to get. So it was just a whole thing. And basically we couldn't find any place that really fit our needs for or our desires to have a boat. And so H one day is like, why don't we just find some land? And I was like, oh, that's a genius idea. Sell our house, buy some land, build a house, park our boat wherever we want. Wherever, just park it in the creek if you you get my drift. That turned into my youngest son always wanting the Old English sheep, and we built this barn, and it was kind of a snowball effect. We built the barn. We you know, when you're younger and you have like time on your side. Let me talk about one more thing, guys. If you take everything from a person, everything, take their house, take their car, take their money, take their job, all you have is time. Time is the only currency that matters. You can take everything from me, but tomorrow I'll be out pounding the pavement, finding a way to get it back. Not to get it back. That's another whole different story. I'm not into like material things, and I would rather have these animals than a boat, which is kind of where we ended up here. Oh, I'm having shirts made of you, and this is what oh yeah, never mind, that tracks. You dork. So guys, we bought the property, we went to pick up the sheep, H ended up finding the baby goats that she came out with, glowing, holding them, and we just kept adding goats, and that snowballed into me making cheese and trying to figure out what we do with some of the milk and not wanting to waste the milk, and finding out we can't sell the milk and we can't sell the cheese. We can, it's not worth it anyway. And that turned into the soap business, and then the soap business started growing, and then we started the YouTube channel because H is a genius. She's like, why don't you just show the people what you do? We love YouTube. We love watching YouTube. Everybody goes there now pretty much. It's the second largest search engine in the world. How do I blah? You can find that on YouTube, and I love it. I just love it. It's like Google on crack, because I can have a dude tell me that, you know, this goat is a little bit copper deficient and she needs to add some copper to her diet, or she's zinc deficient, so we need to give her zinc. And, you know, that kind of knowledge is just, if you use it right. But anyway, that turned into the soap business, and that took off like a hot rocket, and it didn't slow down. And then we found you guys, and then you guys found us, and then The next thing I know, I'm going to Oklahoma to meet all these people like Daniel Arms, Cog Hill, Dutch, Lester, the Walker Farm fam. Just these crazy people that we always watched on TV. And now I'm sitting in a room with these people. And then that turned into me going to I'm a Survivor. And that turned into this. That turned into you guys tuning in every single day. And here we are. I'm not if I see an opportunity, I go. When Daniel announced they were doing the conference, I was signed up within minutes, literal minutes. H was like, "You're going to that," and I'm like, "Yes." Hotel, we need all the information. Started emailing. I think it was Dutch that we were emailing at the time to get the info. Whatever, guys, to get the info. And that turned into I'm a Survivor, and that turned into 12,000, about 12,000, 13,000 of you guys finding us and tuning in every day and watching us. And now you have a from boats to goats, and we still don't own a goat. And Dave, I want to put this out there right before I close this video. My neighbor up here, who's an awesome dude, he has a pontoon boat up there. He probably has it on the lake right now, but he normally has a pontoon boat sitting up there. And the first time JD Lane Farms, find them on Instagram, the first time they came here to buy their goats, they were driving down the road and they pulled in our driveway, and Dave saw the boat up there, and I said, I'm glad you guys didn't have trouble finding it. And he's like, well, I knew it wasn't that one next door because they have a boat. Oh, that was solid. That was solid. That was solid, and that is it. And I'm going to leave you with this again because it's a gorgeous little thing.